Hello friends, my name is Madhav. I am here to explain you about 10th class CBSE Biology first lesson life process. Firstly, what is life process? Life process are the vital process carried out by an organism in order to maintain and sustain life. In other words, it can also be defined as the basic functions which are necessary for life. These include nutrition, respiration, excretion and transportation. Nutrition. It is a process by which living organisms procure food for obtaining energy and body building materials. In other words, it can also be defined as the process of obtaining and utilization of food by an organism. Respiration. It is an enzyme controlled biochemical process of stepwise oxidative breakdown of organic compounds and releasing energy at various levels. Transportation. It is the movement of materials from one part to another part, usually from the region of their availability to the region of their use. Excretion. Chemical reactions use carbon source and oxygen for energy generation. They create byproducts. These byproducts are not only useless for the cells of the body, even could be harmful. So they are to be removed by the process of excretion. Excretion is the process of throwing out of waste products and other harmful chemicals from the body. Nutrition is subdivided into autotrophic nutrition and heterotrophic nutrition. Autotrophic nutrition. The organisms which can prepare their own food by the process of photosynthesis is called as autotrophic nutrition. Example, plants, blue-green algae. Heterotrophic nutrition. The organisms which cannot prepare their own food by the process of photosynthesis and depend on autotrophs are called as heterotrophic nutrition. The differences between autotrophic and heterotrophic nutrition are: heterotrophic nutrition. The organisms which cannot prepare their own food by the process of photosynthesis and depend on autotrophs are called as heterotrophic nutrition. The differences between autotrophic and heterotrophic nutrition are: now let's see the differences between autotrophic nutrition and heterotrophic nutrition. Autotrophic nutrition. The organisms which can prepare their own food by the process of photosynthesis are called as autotrophic nutrition. Heterotrophic nutrition. The organisms which cannot prepare their own food by the process of photosynthesis and depend on autotrophs are called as heterotrophic nutrition. In autotrophic nutrition, green pigment called as chlorophyll is used to absorb sunlight for preparation of food. Under heterotrophic nutrition, no pigment is used for preparation of food. Autotrophs are at the primary level in a food chain. Heterotrophs are at the secondary and tertiary levels in a food chain. In autotrophic nutrition, food is prepared during daytime. Under heterotrophic nutrition, food is prepared at any time. The examples of autotrophic nutrition are plants, blue-green algae, etc. The examples of heterotrophic nutrition are animals and human beings. Let's study briefly about autotrophic nutrition. The events that occur during photosynthesis are: step 1. Absorption of light energy by chlorophyll. Step 2. Conversion of light energy to chemical energy and splitting of water molecules into hydrogen and oxygen. Step 3. Reduction of carbon dioxide to carbohydrates. The equation of photosynthesis is 6 moles of carbon dioxide plus 12 moles of water in the presence of chlorophyll and sunlight gives rise glucose, whose formula is C6H12O6, and byproducts are 6 moles of oxygen plus 6 moles of water. Let us study about stomata. Stomata are small pores present in the leaf. The functions of stomata are: stomata allows plant to take in carbon dioxide and give out oxygen for photosynthesis. The main functions of stomata is to open or close its pores in the leaves for an exchange of gases and also help in transpiration. Transpiration means the loss of water from the surface of leaves in the form of water vapor. Now let us study about structure of stomata. Stomata has two types of structures. One is open stomata and another one is closed stomata. The diagram of open stomata is this one and the diagram of closed stomata is that one. The outermost layer in stomata is called as epidermic cells. The inner cells in stomata is called as guard cells. Guard cells contains chloroplast and nucleus. The space between guard cells are called as stomatal pore. Stomatal pore gets expanded and contracted due to the process of osmosis. Osmosis is the movement of water molecules from higher concentration level to lower concentration levels. The massive amounts of gaseous exchange takes place in the leaves through these stomatal pores for the purpose of photosynthesis. The opening and closing of stomatal pores is the function of guard cells. The guard cells swell when water flows into them, causing stomatal pore to open. Similarly, the pores closes if guard cells shrink. How do organisms obtain nutrition? Amoeba takes in food by using temporary finger-like extensions called as pseudopodia of cell surface, which fuse over the food-forming food vacuole. Inside the food vacuole, complex substances are broken down into simpler form, which then diffuse in cytoplasm. The remaining undigested food is moved to cell surface and thrown out by the process of diffusion. Amoeba contains nucleus and cytoplasm. This is called as food particle. Amoeba takes in food by using temporary finger-like extensions called as pseudopodia of cell surface, which fuse over the food-forming food vacuole. Inside the food vacuole, complex substances are broken down into simpler form, which then diffuse in cytoplasm. The remaining undigested food is moved to the cell surface and thrown out by the process of diffusion. Paramecium is also unicellular organism. The cell has a definite shape and food is taken in at a specific spot called as oral groove. Food is moved to this spot by the movement of cilia, which cover the entire surface of the cell. Let us discuss about nutrition in human beings. The steps involved in normal process of digestion in humans are ingestion. It is the process of getting and taking of food. Digestion. It is the process of breakdown of complex molecules into simpler form is called as digestion. Absorption. The process of absorption of digested food by the walls of small intestine in which it passes on to blood is called as absorption. Assimilation. It is the process of utilization of absorbed food by each and every part of body for growth is called as assimilation. Egestion. The removal of undigested food is called as egestion. Let's study about nutrition in human beings. This is called as human alimentary canal. When we eat something, our mouth waters. This is actually not only water but a fluid called saliva secreted by salivary glands. If food has to be absorbed from the alimentary canal, it has to be broken into smaller molecules. This is done with the help of biological catalysts called as enzymes. The saliva contains an enzyme called as salivary amylase that breaks down starch, which is a complex molecule, to give sugar. The food is thoroughly mixed with saliva and moved around the mouth while chewing by the muscular tongue. The lining of canal has muscles that contract rhythmically in order to push the food forward. These peristaltic movements occur all along the gut. Peristaltic movements means the involuntary movement of circular and longitudinal muscles of esophagus to push the food into stomach is called as peristaltic movement. Let's study about the functions of digestive enzymes. The substance that gastric juice contains are HCl, mucus and pepsin. The functions of HCl are stop the action of saliva, makes the medium acidic to facilitate the action of pepsin, and it kills the germs that we take along with the food. And the functions of mucus are protects the digestive tract from the action of HCl. And the function of pepsin is converts proteins to peptones. The substances that pancreatic juice contains are amylase, trypsin and lipase. Amylase converts carbohydrates into glucose. Trypsin converts proteins and peptones into amino acids. Lipase converts fat molecules into fatty acids and glycerol. Let's study about bile juice. Bile juice is secreted by liver. Bile juice is stored in gallbladder. Functions: emulsification of fats. Bile salts breaks larger globules into smaller globules for the efficient action of enzymes, and it makes the medium alkaline. How is small intestine designed? The inner lining of small intestine has numerous finger-like projections called as villi, which increase surface area for absorption. The villi are richly supplied with blood vessels which take the absorbed food to each and every cell of body. The unabsorbed food is sent to large intestine where more villi absorb water from this material. The rest of the material is removed by the process of excretion. Thank you for watching our video.